He passed away, I believe, the day before Yom Kippur. And the Yom Kippur services started, and I'd been watching a bunch of old Norm Macdonald videos. And as the rabbi began to speak, I started remembering Norm Macdonald punchlines, and it really went poorly for me that Yom Kippur evening.
Finally, folks, next week, Jews everywhere will be celebrating the holiday of Yom Kippur, or as non-Jews refer to it, Wednesday.
The rabbi was standing maybe 15 feet in front of me, and I was just struggling not to hysterically laugh in the middle of the most solemn day of the year. So that's going to be my Norm Macdonald memory going forward.
My family comes from Russia. They're Russian Jews.
Oh. Russian at Jews is more like it. One of the biggest anti-Semites I've ever met.
Russian away from Jews.
I had a bar mitzvah.
What?
I had a bar mitzvah, Norm.
Yeah. You did?
Yeah.
Wait, are you Jewish?
Yes.
Get the fuck out of here. No, I'm kidding. I love the Jewish people.
Yeah. Last week on Larry King Live, Marlon Brando made the shocking statement that Hollywood is, quote, run by Jews. In response, outraged Jewish organizations made it snow in New York in April. Well, earlier this week, actor Marlon Brando met with Jewish leaders to apologize for comments he made on Larry King Live. Among them, that, quote, Hollywood is run by Jews. The Jewish leaders accepted the actor's apology and announced that Brando is now free to work again. While in England, where he spoke at Oxford University, Simpson had defended actor Marlon Brando's criticism of Hollywood Jews. Later, from his island hideaway, Brando sent O.J. a telegram which read, "You're not helping." In Cincinnati, is Cincinnati Reds owner Marge Schott an anti-Semite? Well, it is beginning to look that way. According to a report out today, on the entire Cincinnati Reds team, there is not one Jewish player. A group of Orthodox rabbis declared that other branches of Judaism are, quote, not Judaism at all, thus challenging the religious status of millions of American Jews. This week, that statement was rejected by Reform leader Rabbi Don Schonstein, who said, quote, our legitimacy as Jews flows from the richness of our Jewish lives, the strength of our Jewish communities, and most important of all, our deep and abiding belief in Jesus Christ.
Baby, won't you come by? Everything's better with you by my side. A movie and dinner tonight. Pour a couple drinks and yeah, we're feeling fine. And make them.
The setup of the joke is it's a Jew joke.
Okay.
Two Gentile businessmen meet on the street. One of them says, how's business? The other one says, great. See, he gets it. He really got it. He really liked it.
Yeah.
So the joke is about who doesn't get it. He's Jewish, he gets it.
Yeah.
You're not, you don't.
But I don't believe he got it.
Oh, yeah, he got it. He got it.
Can we find out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell Norm why that's funny.
Because it's two Jews and how's business? Great.
Well, that's just what he said.
No, it's two Gentile businessmen.
Oh, yeah, I don't
That's
get the
what's
joke.
funny about it.
Yeah,
I knew he didn't get it. I can spot fake laughs.
The smartest cat I ever knew at SNL, and a much revered figure there is joining us for another segment. This is my former producer, longtime writer and contributor, Jim Downey. Jim, I had Norm on the show yesterday. I always thought Norm, from the first second I saw him, was just a flat-out misanthropic genius. I always gave him a wide berth as far as time schedules and that, because I just said, well, I'm going to grab Amadeus and tell him he has to be here to do busy work. You know what I mean? That isn't going to happen. So I think he's a genius. What was it like to work with him on Update?
Well, he is a genius and the most fearless performer. He likes people to laugh at his stuff. He enjoys that, but it's sort of one of like, half a dozen important aspects of what he does. So that if he really loves a joke or a bit, he will happily go out there and do it, whatever the response is. And there was if you want to hear a story,
I love me a Norm story.
One time we were in the office doing update stuff, and there'd been a news item about there was going to be a newspaper for the homeless, and so we were thinking about doing some of that. So we started improvising. It was more of a scene, not something we could do on the segment, but it was like a tough kind of Perry White kind of editor going like, "You, Miller, I want 500 words on going to the bathroom in your pants. You, Immel, give me something. Give me a human interest thing on urine stain match. You, was that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And like a lot of like photos, maybe some, a little human side. What are pets, that kind of thing. And so nothing came of it, and I sort of forgot we had the conversation. And then the first meeting we have after the summer, Norm comes in and goes, "Hey, Downey, remember that that thing we were talking about there with the remember that thing with the newspaper for the homeless, that thing, the homeless newspaper?" And I go, yeah. He goes, yeah, well, I was out in L.A. and I was asked to do this benefit, for the coalition to feed the homeless or something, And, and I'm going, no. And he goes, yeah, I did that bit, They hated it. Hated it.
All right, you tell me now. That's the Andy Kaufman part of the joke, or is he actually surprised that they hated it? That's what I can't quite figure with look.
I know.
Jimmy calls in here periodically and says that he has bought a puppet and he wants to work material out on the show. And I'll say, well, tell me about the puppet. And it's an old man puppet who's a Holocaust denier. And it's obviously just Norm sitting at home talking as Norm. He makes no pretension to a puppet voice.
I know.
And I think he's Andy. I don't know. I view a lot of Andy Kaufman in there. It's just
he also would like to, one of the things that he would really enjoy just getting into a character, and then you could not get him out of it. Like he liked doing old man stuff,
yes,
like being an old geezer and complaining about aches and pains and stuff like that. And then you go, okay, Norm, now seriously, now we actually have to talk about it. He'd start doing stuff about rheumatism and things like that, and you just had to plead with him to just stop. But he was on his own kind of set of rhythms.
The speed with which he would take his sport coat off at the end of his Letterman impression always I would watch the thing just to watch, because Letterman's so ill at ease with show business, always makes this conscious show of getting rid of the sport coat at the end of the show. And when Norm picked up on that and did that as impression, God, I fell out.
I learned a little bit about that was Norm. And of course, Norm's a little crazy, but Norm, a big host would come and we'd all get all hopped up, like, okay, Rosie's gonna bring in big ratings. Let's get our AP. Where's my goat? I'm gonna throw out a goat. And Norm would sit there in the pitch meeting. We'd all be dead serious. Will would throw out, I'm going to do a cheerleader.
Right.
This one and that. And Norm would be like, yeah, I got a sketch where, you're going in your pants, And you're just walking around, and you're like, I'm the guy with the in my pants, I hate this guy, and you look at him like he was nuts, but he knew what he was doing.
Yeah, Norm knew exactly. Listen, one of the single funniest things I've ever seen in my life is when he did Letterman, how quickly he would throw the sport coat off at the end of the sketch. Nothing made me laugh harder than Norm. Doing Letterman, and I said to him, what's with the sport? You know how Letterman, how ill at ease he is with show business. Yeah. Norm said, that's all I had at the beginning. The essence of it was his discomfort. I said, this guy's a freaking genius.
He is a genius. He would warm up the crowd. Now, when I would warm up the crowd, I would warm it up like I was playing the Garden, and I wanted to teach everyone a lesson. If I'm cut from tonight, I want you to know I should have been on.
That I was a badass.
Yeah, I'd warm up the crowd, kill. Norm would go up behind me, and he'd go, hey, Jim Brewer and these guys, he's got all these great impressions, So I said, Well, I gotta learn some impressions. So, are you guys all ready? This is my newest impression of these, and I love it. Because here's Ed Sullivan. And I'm like, he's really gonna do Ed Sullivan? Like, why would you? He goes, Ed Sullivan introducing the Beatles. And he goes, ladies and gentlemen, it's the Beatles. Well, I gotta work on that one a little bit. I'll see you during the show.
He's got a little Andy Kaufman in him, Norm. He likes to frustrate, titillate a little, but then periodically he'll say something like, I feel sorry for the homeless guy's dog, because the dog's thinking, this is the longest walk I've ever been on. Norm's hosting a sports show now, Jimbo, on Comedy Central.
Oh, that's dangerous. You and I both know that can be very.
Yeah, but that is a panel I volunteer for, because I want to be in the blast side of that when that goes off, because that is going to be a hoot. Hey, now listen, did I hear some rumble that Brother Sandler sent out Maseratis to the cast of Grown Ups? Did you reap the benefit?
First of all, let me just say one thing. Nothing's better than Nancy Pelosi Augustus reference.
Pelosi Augustus.
I'm still swooning over that one. Yeah, Stanley gave Maseratis to Spade, Schneider, Kevin James, Chris Rock, all of whom need one, by the way. Very bad. But
exactly. What'd you get?
No bitterness, but me and Norm Macdonald, yeah, we're splitting a zip car.
And you split a zip car with Norm. It's like having one of those, those Christmas trees the drivers have that smells like North Slope Sensimilla.
Yeah, this car. I don't know. They must have been smoking pot in here or something.
Norm cancels on us once every 2 weeks, and I almost enjoy it more than him showing up at this point, because he always wants me to talk to some ventriloquist puppet that he says is on the phone. A Holocaust tonight. What has happened to Norman?
And then when he sees you, he's going to go, how come you never have me on your show?
Nope.
We tried to get you on. What?
Nobody funnier, though. I mean, you got to give it to him.
Nobody funnier.
That guy, if I'm in a room with him for 10 minutes, they got to put the paddles on me, because I flat... Now, you're a young iconoclast, Norm. The kids, they get you.
What? I was going to wear a suit, and
I don't need to. I like this whole D.B. Cooper look for you, man. This is... Now,
is he the guy that jumped out of the plane?
No. He's married to Alice Cooper. Now, the thing remember you wrote for my first talk show?
Yeah, you gave me my first job.
And I used to come in the room, and you and Drake Sather had no lights on. It was like some fucking Anton LaVey Satan cult in there, and you guys used to turn out the sickest jokes ever, and everybody was always smoking. Then I see you on Saturday Night Live during the opening credits, and one of the things I like about you is you're completely unfiltered on that show. You'll say anything, and I saw in the picture you had a cigarette in your mouth. I thought, this guy just doesn't give a shit. So I asked you to come on. I find out you pussed out on me and quit smoking. What is that all about?
No, because it's bad for you. They have these fucking things on the side. You have to read the fine print where it says, it's bad.
Now, when did you first start smoking?
I started smoking when I was a kid, like when I was, I think I was like 14, and I thought, I'll look really cool, like if I start smoking, because I didn't get along with anybody. So I started smoking. Wouldn't you know it, I did look cool. All of a sudden, all these broads like me and everything. Not broads, but ladies, girls, women. And, it was hard though, man, because I was guilty about it all the time I smoked, because I always thought, I always knew it was bad for me, Like, even though some guys will say that it's good because their uncle lived long or something, he smoked, and they'll go, hey, what about, that old guy, Bert Mustin, what about that guy, And then he just because he lived long, that doesn't mean anything, right? That's just one guy. You can't. Just because Bert Mustin lived long, you're all of a sudden...
You did your master's thesis on this, didn't you? Now, did people bother you a lot when you're smoking? Were people pissed off when...
Yeah, people don't like when you smoke, They're bothered, like... I gotta admit, though, secondhand smoke is bad. Like, I don't like... When I smoked, I didn't like secondhand smoke. Yeah. I like that first-hand smoke, because you get to suck it right out of the cigarette, And the second hand, Any fucking thing that's already been ingested by someone is not as good, you know? You know what I mean? Like a pork sandwich is delicious, but after a digested pork sandwich, that's fucking shit. You know?
You can't fight that logic, Norman. You cannot. Do you think advertising brings kids to smoking? You know, there's a lot of fight with the Joe Camel thing. Do you think they really?
Yeah, definitely they got it. Because the thing is this. The advertisers, they got to go after kids because they're not going to get adults. Like, there's not going to be a 50-year-old guy going, hey, I should start smoking. That goddamn Camel. Look at him. They got to get little children.
Joe Camel.
Yeah.
That's a frightening-looking beast.
He looks like a cock. I read that. Yeah. I didn't make this up.
And I know you don't mind first-hand cock, but...
You don't know that. Don't say that. I know how this stuff happens, man. Because a buddy of mine worked on Saturday Night Live, and he said he was a fag once as a joke. And then he said everybody comes up to him saying, "Are you a fag?" Gay man? I mean.
Show about smoking. They thought you meant the British word for cigarette. All right.
Exactly. Can I bum a fag? That's what they say in England.
Where else? All right.
The thing about Joe Camel looking like a cock, Dennis.
I lost my train of thought. Thanks for bringing me back.
This is what I've noticed. He doesn't even look like a fucking camel. He looks so much like a cock. Because you know how it's usually subliminal?
Yeah.
Where you have to find the cock, right? This character, you have to find the goddamn camel.
Yeah, believe me, when you only get 2 humps out of a cock, it's not worth smoking. All right, now, line 2, we got a phone call for you. Although I can't believe they'd still be on the line after this departure. Line 2, we've got Beverly from Middletown, Ohio. Beverly?
Yeah, hi, Dennis. Hi, Norm.
Hi, you didn't know my name, I don't think.
Yes, I did. I watched Saturday Night.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
I liked it when Dennis was on it.
Yeah, I did too. I watch Dennis every Friday.
Get out of here. You're great at that, man. You're great at this. You know why? Because you don't give a shit about Dennis. You know what I mean? It's like the best thing you can do. Whenever I'd go on, they'd go, what's it like following Chevy? And I like Chevy. He makes me laugh. I mean, what the fuck do I think about Chevy? I'm trying to make a living here.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And when I see you, I know you're thinking the same thing. Like, screw Dennis. I'm killing. Okay. Anyway, go ahead. What's your question?
Okay, since nicotine is such an addictive drug, do you think someday you'll have to have a prescription to buy a pack of cigarettes?
Well, you know, they always bring up the Constitution and talk about how we should still have the right to a militia and all that. But let's face facts, this country was built on tobacco growers. So, you know, if you're going to start changing, if you're not going to change one thing because it comes from way back then, you can't change this either. There are farmers out there who make a living. Tobacco is one of the crops that got this country going. So, no, I don't think they'll ever make it illegal.
Yeah, no, they shouldn't make it illegal. I know.
I think Norm's backing me up on that. What motivated you to quit?
Well, I guess I read this thing about how it was like a phallic symbol, and my doctor went in. He said, you probably have an oral fixation, which you know what that means. Let's not kid ourselves, right? So that's why I always smoke like cigarettes instead of cigars, because if I'm gonna have I like a little white thin cock, you know.
Are we back to cocks again? I go away to Ohio, Middletown, the center of the universe, to take a nice clean call, and then I space out. I'm thinking I can't listen to Norm for a second. I gotta get a time cue here. I come back and you're talking about having a thin white cock in your.
I don't have a thin white cock in my cock. You mean?
No.
In my mouth. No, you misunderstand. What I'm saying is this. I'm just saying.
Don't make the mistake of thinking I fucking listen to you.
I just want to make it clear about that cock thing. I was just saying, if I ever was gay, if they like suddenly made it mandatory or something, then I would choose the smallest cock, and I would like a guy that came fast. I don't know. I thought the subject was cock.
No, Cox is next week.
I'm sorry. Does that answer your question?
Yes, it does. Norm Macdonald, ladies and gentlemen.
Call me to say goodnight. Kiss me once or twice. I'll never let go of you. Fold me into your arms. Stay with me.
No, I was just thinking, because they have that Viagra thing out.
Yeah.
And the other day, Bob Dole came right out and said
he was one of the first.
Yeah. And you don't want to hear about Bob Dole's cock, I mean, President Clinton's cock, Bob Dole's cock, what the hell? But mostly, an old man like that, you don't want him to have a super hard cock. You know what I mean?
Why?
Why? Because an old man, you want him to be got a pipe going, a newspaper, the dog at his feet there.
Well, that in some corners is considered pipe.
Oh. But now they're going to have to create some goddamn pill that makes women aroused at the sight of a fucking 70-year-old dude with a super hard cock. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. This Viagra. It's insane. And you know what it's for? Impotent people. All right, yeah. It's for impotent guys. So get this. I read this. The pill can make your cock hard for 4 hours.
Right.
So now, who has the 4-hour hard cock? The impotent guy. The rest of us are fucked. Me and you got our regular cocks. Meanwhile, fucking Spade is,
Prefer to Spade.
Oh, man. I didn't see it.
I didn't see it coming.
Dude, I know you didn't. He brought it all around and then a vicious rip kick into his best friend's gut.
Once there's too much cock talk, I try to just zone out for a minute till it goes back the other way.
If there's too much cock talk, this guy has fevered nightmares all night. Dreams, I mean, like sweaty, fevered dreams from the cock talk that's been all over his head.
Why bury me twice? He's killing me.
No, he's a good man.
That erased it. All right.
No, he's a good man.
Who cares?
After all that, that's the whiteout he puts on.
Yeah, I know, it's awesome.
After he talks about you doing chin-ups on cock for 18 minutes. No, he's a good guy.
If you're gay, he's a completely straight guy. He gets a lot of ladies. You know that about him with the ladies.
Don't say ladies.
Women, girls.
Okay, thank you. Ladies, what are we, fucking on an FM station here?
He's Don Cornelius.
But these gay guys, man, I was reading, about
these gay guys.
I haven't even said hi yet. All right. Tell me what it is with these gay guys.
I know, I'm already.
I just read this thing about the George
You're reading
Michael.
a lot, aren't you?
Yeah, I got a little time off. Now I read the newspaper. And this really strikes me about the gay community. I don't know if they're a community, but
called West Hollywood.
Yeah, they're gay, and it's George Michaels. He hangs around the bathroom. He has sex with multiple guys. This is
no way. You got to get it right. Hangs around the bathroom,
right.
And it was described as a lewd behavior, but I don't remember sex with numerous guys.
Well,
is that what you took away from it?
What does he do?
What were you, in the next stall?
I could have been just having a nice bathroom regular thing.
I don't know what lewd behavior is, but I don't know that he was in there with numerous guys. But anyway, go ahead. We get the gist of it.
This is definitely a gay thing, because this is a pop superstar. You know what I mean? You're not going to walk into a bathroom and all of a sudden Farrah Fawcett's like, You're not going to...
What? I love it.
What I'm saying is, why would a famous
what was she doing? Some sort of cervical belt sander thing, or what was that?
What are you, Linda Blair?
They do. That's what they do. Right?
That's what ladies that I know do.
Good to know that primetime exposure is paying dividends there.
But I think that's what it is. It's that the gay, that's why they have separate bathrooms. Let's face it. If they had women and, women, as you call them, I call them ladies. If you had them in the same bathroom, like you go in the bathroom to do your business, see a man about a dog there, and you're in the bathroom. You're in the bathroom. All of a sudden, a beautiful lady comes out. Oh, here's my vagina and breasts. You're going to be hanging out at that bathroom a lot. So I don't blame anybody for anything.
Can you believe Olmeyer didn't get him?
We're all the same, man.
Have you ever met Olmeyer since then?
Don Olmeyer I met once, after he fired me.
Yeah.
Then I went and visited him in his office, which it wasn't an office I've never seen. It was like a wet bar and a bunch of weird sports trophies. He's a big sports guy,
Yeah.
So he explained it to me what happened, but he did it all with sports stuff, like you said, man, you see, you're the number 3 hitter, but now you're going to be number 8. And then later on, Ken Griffey will show up. I didn't know what the hell he was talking about. And then I said, well, Christ, man, what the hell am I supposed to do? And he goes, I don't know, just walk it off, And
I'll put it in sports terms why you got fired. You were fucking with OJ too much. That's exactly why you were fired, man.
Well, I don't know.
That's his buddy.
Yeah, it's his buddy.
Yeah, well, that's why you got canned.
OJ's a good guy. I mean, he's not...
We got to end on that, Normie, but there's what they'll remember you by. OJ's a good guy.
Man,
Thanks for coming on. Norm Macdonald and David Spade. Stick around.
This is what you never hear. He made love to me in the ass.
That is true. You never hear that. Odd.
We're building to the end of the show. You got to top that one, though.
The point is that Andy Dick was actually kicked off a porno award show for being too offensive.
Well, they're giving away, awards for best anal.
Yeah, I know, right.
Yeah. So what could you have possibly done that was more offensive?
Wait. Are you saying anal is somehow offensive?
No, to some not to me.
I know, no kidding.
I think I was being drunk and disorderly.
I must see that video I was going to show you where the girl shoves her foot up that dude's asshole.
I can't get that vision out of my mind. I remember it, yeah.
What, do you got any symptoms? I know a lot of stuff.
Bleeding from my anus. Internally, I think. I mean, no, that's not a joke. That's true.
Well, I know it's not a joke.
I don't know. I've
been around jokes my whole life.
Right. Well, I mean, I wasn't trying to be funny. That's true.
So you're...
I'm bleeding internally, I think.
So...
You know what I mean?
You're really bleeding from your anus?
Yeah, I really am.
Because you gave up that entire lifestyle that would make me think you were still bleeding from the anus, but you told me you'd given that all up.
You're talking about alcohol, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But how you love to go to those bars and get real drunk.
Yeah.
And then the next day you'd wake up and you'd be bleeding from the anus. What's the color of the blood that's coming out of your
the
anus?
good thing is it's not dark. It's
not that's
dark.
good.
It's brighter.
If it's bright red, it's coming from the rectal area.
Oh, okay.
It's not as dangerous.
Well, that's good. I haven't had a physical since I was 16. I'm terrified.
And you're 30 what?
34. It's been a while.
Yeah.
About 18 years. So hopefully, number 6 on the must list, maybe the money will start coming. I'll be able to see that doctor.
And let's not talk about your ass and shit all the time.
No, I don't want to talk about it.
It's unseemly. It's unsettling. It's both unsettling and unseemly. To me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, I do. I mean, you brought up health and you asked about my health. I was just trying to be honest.
Yeah, but you're as fit as a fiddle.
Sure, let's go with that.
Well, you are. I think you are.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
A new hangover-free vodka is on the market. The ads claim that the 80-proof vodka is so pure, it's virtually headache-free. But before you run out and buy it, remember, it causes massive anal bleeding. Well, troubles continue for New York Senator Alphonse D'Amato. A week after offending many Japanese Americans with his impression of Judge Lance Ito, the senator entered a New York hospital complaining of mild chest pains this week. Attending physician, Dr. Hikuru Akosaki, examined the senator and found nothing serious, then performed a 6-hour rectal exam just to be sure. At the Davis County Jail in Utah, a judge has ordered that 17-year-old Wes Howard be placed in the general prison population after he complained of being unfairly segregated from the adult inmates. The judge came to this decision over the strenuous objection of Wes Howard's ass. Well, according to a new Entertainment Weekly poll, 72% of their readers say they would not be offended if a TV show lead character were gay. Though that figure shrinks to 1% when these same readers are reminded that being gay can involve anal sex. Billy, you know, it's always like, hey, my dad, anally raped me or something, you know? I mean, who of us haven't been anally raped by their fathers? I mean, really.
I've been searching for what's missing, but the answer...
I don't see you that much because I heard you're afraid. You don't like flying. You really don't like flying.
No, I don't care for flying.
And you don't like one of the things, and I don't know if it's true, but you don't like it because they search you at the airports now.
Yeah, well, I went to Canada, my home land, and I decided to go there, and they wanted to search me, Right. And I said, because I know a lot of this involves, when they search you, they always want to search your ass. So I said...
Well, not always.
Well,
they don't always want to go down there.
That's what this character wanted. He thought there was something suspicious looking about my ass. So he's like, I go, well, when we go in the back place, are you going to take me in the black place? Are you any chance you're going to search my ass? And because I don't even want to know what's in my ass.
Yeah.
So he said, well, yes, sir, that's what we will be doing. So I said, you know what? I don't care for Canada that much.
It's not worth that.
Yeah, I just went home. Canada's a nice place and everything like that, but...
Well, also, the way you say it, and I'm just going to point this out, when you go up to someone, any chance you're going to search my ass, it almost sounds like you want them to. That sounds bad. Did you notice that?
Yeah, that's true.
It sounds a little... the way you say it, it's like, hey, any chance you're going to check the old ass? That sounds like you're wanting them to do it, which might cause problems.
Well, John Glenn actually got searched. I read in the newspaper.
The astronaut.
The astronaut. He wanted to get on a plane,
right.
And they decided to search him because of this incredible danger he poses to. They walked on the damn moon. You think you'd get a free pass for that? But no, they're fiddling around in John Glenn's ass.
I can't believe that.
It's ridiculous.
Washington Post. Laura Jo, I think you stuck your hand in front of it. So we are on. Just don't go in front of the camera.
What? You want to be seen doing this?
This is Norm Macdonald. Norm?
Say what? Wait, Norm, say one more time.
Do you want to be seen doing this?
No, and I'm not. Until I was. Can
This
we start
is
over?
live. No, we can't. It's live. You can't start over. So I'm Jeff Edgers. I'm the national arts reporter at the Washington Post. We are backstage. This is what happens behind the scenes when an author is signing his books. Norm?
Yes, sir.
You're Norm Macdonald.
Yes, I'm Norm Macdonald. I used to be on the TV, but now
you still are on TV.
I'm an author.
Norm has written this book, Norm Macdonald, based on a true story, a memoir. How would you describe this book?
It's a book that instead of facts, I used truth.
Is that a good? Do you think people will understand that?
No, they might not understand that.
Yeah.
It's partly fact and partly fiction, as Chris Christopherson would say.
And what are you doing right now?
Now I'm
very
doing
mechanical.
This, the thing that this is not my idea. I'm signing my name on a bunch of books. The problem is later people will want me to write something to them. Like you say this is Deceive, your best friend ever, stuff like that. I get a lot of that.
But you feel like this is saving a lot of time.
No, I don't. I'm just doing what I'm told, like some kind of monkey, on an organ.
So Norm, this book is, there are many things we could say about this book, but it details your time on Saturday Night Live, right?
That's right. It details my time on Saturday Night Live.
It talks about your celebrity friendships.
Yes, I've friends with lots of celebrities. I make it a point to have no non-celebrity friends.
Adam Sandler, he's in there, right?
Yeah. I realize that people that aren't celebrities are worthless.
Through the writing of this book, or
Through the
just
writing
for
of
life?
this book, yeah. I started thinking about people, started thinking about my life, and I said, geez, my mom and dad, what's so big about them? Nobody ever heard of them. But Sherry O'Terry, it's a different story.
So, thank you. We've been waiting for that. I hadn't asked my Sherry O'Terry question yet. I may not. So, and this book, so how much of this book,
I'm being helped to doing this, by the way, so people know. Oh, or who's in on this?
Well, she can't, I don't think we can see her because she does not want to be on film, but it's a qualified, how would you like to describe?
You're our host, aren't you? Katie? What's your name?
Jackie.
Sorry, Jackie. I apologize. Her name's Jackie. The reason I don't remember is she's not famous.
So this book, how much, it's based on a true story. Is there a percentage you'd say that is true?
Well, it's all true. It's all true. But, it's not factual. Like, Jeff here deals with journalism where it's facts. So he's a man who deals in facts. But I'm not.
But the distinction is sometimes you can have something that's factually correct, but is actually untrue,
Yes,
right?
exactly.
Like, for example?
For example, everything you write. No, yes, you know that, facts can be bent to any shape to convince anyone of anything. And truth is a whole different matter. Truth has no agenda.
So this book was written by, you had a ghostwriter, right?
Yes, I had a ghostwriter named Terrence Keane.
And is he here tonight?
Terrence Keane is here tonight.
Okay. And you get into all the episodes that you talk about.
I may as well, whatever.
What?
I don't want to spoil part of the book, so we won't talk about Terrence Keane anymore.
And
he'll be here tonight in spirit.
So one thing that's important is tonight we're actually going to carry this event live at 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock? Yeah? 7 o'clock. Right?
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock.
On Facebook.
Facebook Live, Washington Post. We're going to carry Norm's reading and question and answer session over at 6 and I, which we're just so lucky to be here. But we have a big crowd. But if you couldn't be here, you couldn't be in town, you're going to get to experience Norm live. So, anything else?
We have a question from Jason Schleicher. What is your favorite choice in cheese?
Where's Jason?
That's a Monty Python sketch. My favorite choice in cheese, I'll go out on a limb and say cheddar. Cheddar cheese. Maybe not the most popular of cheeses, but I like it.
Where are these questions coming from?
From our Washington Post audience on Facebook.
Great.
Oh,
That's exciting.
Well, they certainly seem well read.
Do you have any other questions?
Lena said, "What are you doing? Signing books?" Right?
Yes. And there's no other answer except yes for that. Unless I wasn't doing it, and then my answer would be no. Anything else?
What's your favorite OJ joke from Ryan Polisinski?
Oh, my favorite OJ joke was one time they showed his, Johnny Cochran, his lawyer, put on his hat, put on OJ's hat
in court, and then my joke was OJ didn't help his cause any when he jumped out and yelled, "Hey, hey, hey! Easy with that. That's my favorite stabbing hat."
That's good.
We have a
I think it's
he didn't help his cause any.
I think it's lucky stabbing.
Lucky. Yeah, it is.
We have a question from Jace.
That's my lucky stabbing hat.
We have a question from Jace. Will you be upset if you get a statue made out of you like Gordon Lightfoot?
They made a statue of Gordon Lightfoot? Were you aware of that? Would I be upset? Well, Gordon Lightfoot, I hope they made a statue of him from when he was a young man. But I'm a huge Gordon Lightfoot fan, so no, I would be honored by that.
And Paul David Kushner asks, how is it working with Mike Tyson?
Well, I've never met Mike Tyson. We were just talking about that, Jeff and I, that Mike Tyson had a funny line that he said, I don't know, Norm Macdonald, because he says, people keep coming up to me, asking me, I can't do Mike Tyson, obviously. So he said, everywhere I go, people say, hey, you work with Norm Macdonald. You work with Norm Macdonald. I never met Norm Macdonald. I don't know Norm Macdonald. I don't know Norm Macdonald from a can of paint. The only thing I know about Norm Macdonald is he's very famous. So I thought that was like Yogi Berra, I don't know Norm Macdonald, but I know he's very famous.
And Tony
But yeah, he does all his parts. This is a show called Mike Tyson Mysteries, in which I play one of his pigeons. And I do my parts from a recording studio. He does his parts from his giant mansion in Las Vegas. So, but I might go there and interview him for my podcast.
That'd be nice. That'd be a good one.
Yeah. Yeah, he'd be a fun guest. I very much like Mike Tyson.
That's worth noting. You've restarted the video podcast. You did one with Stephen Merchant. Do you have more that are already recorded?
Yes, in the can.
In the can.
In the can.
Who's on them? Can we?
Who do I have that's in the can?
Who's in the can?
A boy named Bobby Lee.
Yeah.
Is one of the new faces. The future of comedy. Margaret Cho. Not exactly the future of comedy, but she now hosts Fashion Police. And a delightfully funny man. I didn't know how funny he was, but he was hysterically funny. One of the best episodes we've done was with Bill Hader.
Bill Hader?
Yes, the impressionist from Saturday Night Live, but much more than an impressionist.
Yeah.
Fascinating guy. I first met him, I was in Boston, and I was just in a hotel, and he was there with Trey Parker and Matt Stone, the creators of South Park. I said, what are you guys doing? Well, they were writing South Park. So I said, Bill, you write South Park? Like he was on Saturday Night Live. So it was very strange to me that he also wrote South Park. I go, so you wrote South Park first and then you just continued? He goes, no, I wrote South Park after. So he said he loved South Park so much, and the structure of it was so good, he wanted to learn structure so he could write a movie. And he went to these guys and asked if he could do it. And he also did the same thing with Pixar. He wanted to learn how to write for that kind of movie because he had an idea. So he went to Pixar. He said, I'm Bill Hader. I do Stefan on Saturday Night Live. Perhaps you've seen me. And so it was really cool. He wants to learn things. So that's how he does it. For free, he goes.
It's like an apprenticeship.
Yes.
Except that he's famous.
It's like, he's like auditing.
Yeah.
Things. Well, I remember David Geffen said, like when he first came to Hollywood, he would have lunch with a different guy every day. And, within a few months, he'd had lunch with everybody. Everybody wants to have lunch.
So, do we have any more questions?
We got one last question. What's your special guest? Your favorite special guest on SNL? Yeah.
Well, there might be more, but maybe for this session.
You're
for this session.
What was the question?
Who was your favorite special guest on SNL? From David Wynn.
Special guest?
Yeah.
You mean like a guest host?
Yeah, a guest
like
host.
A host.
Yeah.
Like a host.
Yeah.
A guest host is like the Tonight Show.
Yeah.
With Johnny Carson. My favorite host was Bob Newhart because Lauren would always ask who we wanted as a host. And people would say people that I didn't know because I don't know new things. And very often, like the first episode of Zummer on, musical guest was. I still can't remember.
Nirvana?
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah. Wow.
Okay.
Awesome.
I just incredible memory. No, I just guessed. Because it was, your first episode was probably like 93?
That's what he researched.
Yeah.
So it was Nirvana, which
Yeah.
we somehow knew. So I didn't know. Other people were like, "Oh, Nirvana," and I didn't even watch them, and then they were no more, and because Kurt Cobain was no more, and Kurt, and so my favorite. So Laura would always ask guests, so people would always pick young hip guys, and I would say Bob Newhart. Everybody, Bob Newhart. Let's get Bob Newhart. So finally, we got Bob Newhart. I wrote a sketch for Bob Newhart, and he used it. He asked me, "Can I use that in my stand-up?" He used my thing I wrote in stand-up because Bob Newhart does like one-way conversations, and so my sketch I wrote for him was a one-way conversation that he was a postal supervisor, and he was talking to a disgruntled employee at the post office, and that was the idea of it. And he really liked it, and he did it in his act, and it was one of the high points of my life.
Was there a joke in that one? Do you remember? I mean,
the joke.
I know there was a joke in that one, but is there a joke you remember in that one?
Well, Bob Newhart would go. Bob Newhart would go like, "I'm reading your report, Mr. Henshaw, and I can't help but notice that when we asked how you would describe yourself in one word, you said you said disgruntled. That's a kind of a red flag here at the post office. Now, when we asked you what the worst part of your job was, you said working beside the devil. Now, I looked at the records, and you worked beside Bill Waterston, and I've known him 30 years, and no, I'm not calling your dog a liar. I'm just saying.
What an honor, though, huh?
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so thrilled.
All right, so
having a childhood hero read my. Here's an interesting story too.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sort of.
We were going to go
sorry.
a little more, right?
Well, I was just going to say I met Don Adams one time, the great Don Adams, who played Maxwell Smart on Get Smart. And Don Adams told me that he was working in Chicago, and he lost all his money in a craps game. And that night, Bob Newhart, a young unknown man, Bob Newhart handed him this material to read, and he read it, and he said, "This is fantastic material, but I have no money. I can't pay you." And so that was what Don Adams told me. Then later, I told the story. I recounted the story to Bob Newhart, and he said, "That's what he told you, huh?" And I go, "Yeah." And he goes, "Well," he goes, "this is what really happened. He goes, the first part was true. I showed him the material, and then three weeks later, I watched him do it on the Mike Douglas show."
No. That's good. I like that. All right, so obviously tonight many Don Adams stories, right? But this book is really. I'm saying this genuinely. This is a very, very, very good book. Very special book.
Oh, thank you.
And
I know you called it special, which is very nice.
Well, it's wildly creative and entertaining, and it's great, I mean, but I'm not a book critic. You'll have to understand that. I actually can barely read, but it's a great book. You should come and hear Norm, and also pick up a book. He pre-signed it for you.
Yes. And if you can't come in person, you can order the book on Amazon.com, or you can go to your local bookstore and support your local.
But you're going to sign books tonight after you're done, right?
Yes, I'm going to sign
So
books.
there'll be double signed.
Absolutely,
All right,
yeah.
thanks, and we'll see you back here.
Yeah, 7 o'clock, Washington Post.
went once to a commercial.
You've been a commercial audition. It's not fake.
Oh, right.
Anchor.
That's it. That's right.
I went once to a commercial, and it was the script said, "Hey, Phil, I see you got a Buick." So that was the line, you know. So all night I'm up, like fucking nervous, and I'm reading in the mirror, like I'm like, "Hi, Phil." I'm trying to like fucking say some words louder than other words in the script. I'm like, "Hey, Phil, I say you got a Buick," you know. So then I go there. First of all, my manager used to lie. He'd go like, "These guys are big fans of your comedy. They want to meet you."
Right.
They're big fans. And then I'd show up. There's 4,000 people there. I'm like, they're huge fan. He just lied to me, thinking I wouldn't make it worse when I showed up and they weren't big fans. But anyways, I went in and the guy. So I said, "Hey, he's got one camera on me." I go, "Hey, Phil, I see you got that Buick." And then the guy goes, "Great!" Like it's great. Like how could that be great? So I go, "Oh, thanks, man." He goes, "But this time," he goes, "do it again and just go off the script." He goes, "Forget the script. Like there's a script. There's fucking 4 words." I go, "Okay, I'll ignore the script." He goes, "Yeah, just go crazy and whatever you want to do, and you're just alone."
How crazy can you go?
Yeah. So I said, but I just agreed because I was paralyzed. I'm like, "Yes, okay," because they think you're Mork from Ork, just because you're a comedian.
Yeah.
So,
right.
So then I freaked out. I panicked, and I just said the same words, like real nervous, just to get out. I said, "Hey, I see I got a new Buick, Frank." And then the guy's like, "Huh? I guess it was good. Bye." And then my buddy, he was a commie too, and I said, "What'd you do?" And he goes, "I fucked the floor." I go, "Well, you probably did the right thing." Because that's what they were looking for, you know, something like that. Do you know Nikki Cox?
Yeah. She's still with Jay?
She's with Jay Moore.
Yeah.
But when she was on my TV show, she was with Bobcat Goldthwait.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. I'm not a skilled interviewer. Let's fucking face it.
I'm not a skilled.
But what do you think is wronger?
Wrong in
more wrong. What would you think is more wrong? Having sex with a child, human being, or an adult pig?
Like you've got to do one. That's the
You got to
options.
do one. Yeah, you're on a deserted island. But do you actually think that they would like a man's sperm?
A human
being's sperm? A woman?
Well, who?
A woman.
A woman would like a man's sperm. Well, yeah, she's been biologically programmed
in her
through
mouth.
Millennia.
But in your mouth, like, isn't that stuff like living? Isn't that like aren't those animals, little tiny tadpoles or something?
I didn't know it was going to have to get this deep. All right, then.
Are you doing this to be a funny thing, or do you really have to kind of
I'm doing
feel
it. No, I feel that I have an oral fixation. You know about that.
I don't have that, by the way.
If it's
I don't
not
like
this, I go straight. You don't like sucking cock?
I don't like sucking cock. I mean, I have done it.
Yeah, I wouldn't like it. You know why I wouldn't like it?
Why?
Aren't those animals, like inside the cum? Like I remember
the sperm. You mean?
Yeah. So to me, like it's a bunch of animals and stuff. But you remind me of a guy that's good at fucking.
I love it.
Fucking and sucking. Let's say you had an exact twin.
Uh-huh.
Now Mary Willard, your wife.
Oh, here we go.
There could be a lot of...
Wouldn't you go like, how do you not find him attractive? Do you know what I mean?
That's true.
He looks exactly like me.
Yeah.
And he's much better at sucking and fucking. No.
I only smoke pot 4 times a week. You're just saying it casually. They're like, you smoke more than that. Like, relax. What are you afraid? I'm not admitting I'm like you.
4 times a week seems like a lot to me.
Does it really?
A little, yeah, but...
Well, it's all relative.
It's all relative,
Yeah, as long as it's not hurting anybody.
Yeah. But it doesn't, as long as it's not hurting anybody, but what about the audience, the stand-up audience?
So back.
Aren't they the real victims?
What's your dream view?
You mean
the show, The View?
Yeah.
The
Who would
guests?
you, what 4 or 5 ladies would you want on there?
Ooh, that's a great question.
Susan Yeagley. That's your wife. You didn't even recognize her name. It's your betrothed.
Betrothed.
I had moved up from San Diego. Polly's like, come, move up. And then I had no place to live. So I slept in my truck for like 3 nights. And I slept at the parking lot of the comedy store. And I had no money, and I was broke.
Both?
Yeah. You hungry? I go,
yeah, exactly. Bad lieutenant.
Open your mouth. No, you didn't do
Like a baby bird.
Yeah. Okay. So,
yeah, and then he...
so you said, yeah.
Yeah, I go, yeah, and he took me
Am I hungry? I'm broke and I have no money. What do you think? I'm hungry. I'm hungry, plus I want some food. Do you feel you have white privilege?
I'm not allowed to answer those questions. Well, being a old white guy with extra money.
Your great special that is on Netflix now, everybody should watch, is called
Straight White Male 60.
The young people won't like old people. When I was a kid, I got involved with Al Jolson. When they brought, I didn't know
How
who he
old
was.
are you? What?
Well, no, not back in the 1920s. I was just a kid when the jazz singer came out. Charlie Fox. He wrote the theme music to Happy Days, The Love Boat. Yeah. He wrote just about everything.
He must make a heck of a lot of money. Huh?
I'm going to ask him sometime. Just how much do you make?
What would Norman Lear say to that?
What?
I say, what would Norman Lear say to that?
Who's that?
Fuck! And now the whole set went quiet, and you hear people going, Santa just said fuck. Santa has just said fuck. And all these kids froze, and then they had a Disney guy. He said fuke. Fuke. It's a Swedish word. Means take a break.
We're supposed to take a break. And so he thought when you said take a break, that I would go, speaking of taking a break.
Yeah.
David Letterman. Apparently he's going to do this show.
Really?
That's
oh my God.
says.
That'd be amazing.
And every actual talk show host will kill himself.
Yeah, I'll be on the news.
I love Mary Tyler Moore. And I know you were on her TV program. And then when she was your guest, there was this incredible chemistry. And was there ever anything romantic with her? I mean, she must have been very desirable to you. You ever lay down on top of her, I guess. I don't know.
Now wait a minute. You bring up a good point, Norm. The first one of the day.
Now you have a show for 33 years. Every day. You do that every day.
Yeah.
And then, so the show ends, and then that night, what do you think? You think about tomorrow's show?
No, it's funny because, as you must know, the human neuromuscular skeletal system is easily programmed, and after 2 or 3.
Sure, I knew that.
And so after
as soon as you said that first word. You could executive produce a show with Sebastian Mancow as the star.
I could do that. Yeah.
And
well, what fun is that though? Where's the fun part for me?
No, there's no fun for you.
There's no fun for me.
No, that's true. But what's the fun for you in giving a homeless guy spraying a handful of quarters and watching him dodge in and out of traffic? So there's no, are there no bars like the same way as there were gay bars when gays were?
I couldn't go there.
Well, of course
Can't
not.
you see that?
I forgot.
Yeah, you and me hanging out at the trans bar. I just don't, I don't think it's going to work.
No.
Yeah.
Well, nowadays we
oh, yeah, well, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
Wait, I haven't come out yet. Hold on a second. I am firmly on the side of womanhood now, but I am not a woman, nor will I ever be. 3 sentences later. I use the women's restroom because I am a woman. I changed my gender on my birth certificate to female because I am a woman. So there's a little confusion there, right?
Not for me. What's wrong with that?
Well, here it says I am not a woman. Here it says I am a woman.
I always get anxious when I'm on a plane and I see a much bigger celebrity than me, and I think, well, if this goes down,
Is that
I'm going to
almost
get mentioned.
every
I'm going to be
flight?
like small print almost every flight. Yeah.
All right. We'll be back in a second.
Unfortunately, the radio station launched the day after Princess Diana died, so it was it wasn't quite the sort of fanfare and celebration.
Now
a bit like when Farrah Fawcett died, and then it was usurped by Michael Jackson.
Somebody told me the Queen murdered her.
Yes, she did. Yeah. Yes, that's well known in England. Yeah. I'd like to apologise to the Queen.
England's not doing well financially.
Right.
Can't you get you call them your mates?
Mm-hmm.
They're friends.
Yeah.
Everybody else in the world, they call them mates.
Sure.
Get a couple of dozen of your mates and go down to that Buckingham Palace and kill the old bag.
To what end?
Money.
Right. Are you an old sea captain? What is this shtick that you? Because I'm pretty sure I've watched some of these other editions of the show, and I'm pleased to see that I've broken from the rule of only having white blokes on the show, which seems to be you only have white men and Roseanne
because it's supposed to be a comedy.
Right.
But
it's supposed to be.
It's supposed to be. It's allegedly. I still, feel that. I still feel in my heart, and I can only go by my heart, you know what I mean? I'm not a person that goes by my brain, I just go by my heart. That Bill Hader is ultimately unknowable.
Yes, that's true.
What do you think?
I don't know.
Okay. All right. The news, some of the news I understand, but that news isn't real news, you know what I mean? It's just odd, crazy, like Tiger Woods, who's still in it, in this tournament, which is depressing for me because I like Tiger and stuff. And then, Tiger victimized himself, first of all, his family, but and all these women and everything. But he also victimized the golf fan, me. You know what I mean? The guy, I believed in him and I trusted him, and so it was kind of sad for me because I don't care if a guy wants to lie down with ladies and stuff like that. I understand that's a thing guys like to do, but I don't like hypocrisy. You understand what I'm saying? I don't like a hypocrite. And to me, Tiger, when I was watching him, he always presented himself to me as a golfer. I always thought he was a great golfer. I watched him my whole, life. And he'd be in the sand hitting it out, and then the golf ball would come real close, you know what I mean, to the hole. And then he'd put it in and go like that and everything. So I was all happy. I go, man, that guy's a golfer. People would ask me, who's Tiger Woods? I go, he's a golfer. Right? Now, I had no idea he was leading this double life where by day he was a golfer and by night he was laying down with ladies. Otherwise, I never would have bought the Buick. Now I'm driving around a Buick, people snickering at me and stuff, Whatever. No, but he's a sex addict, and that's a hard one. I imagine that's a tough one to kick. Wouldn't that be the worst? Like those meetings, like a sexaholic. If they have those meetings, what do they call them? They always say aholic. It only really works with alcohol. Like sex, AA, for sex. That would be a weird, I don't know how that would go. But, if you haven't had sex for like a year or something, and then you don't want to hear about some guy's relapse. Guy's like, I've been weak. Oh, no, you don't have to tell us. I met her in a bar. She was gorgeous. Please. You have to hug the guy. That's too bad. Oh, that's terrible. Well, we all, whatever. But I don't even know if sex, I don't even know if that's a thing. I don't know, It's weird to me because if you're if you're a heroin addict, you're addicted to heroin. The more heroin you do, the more addicted you are. Booze addict, you're addicted to booze. More booze you do, bigger addict you are, So to me, if you're a sex addict, let's say, sometimes you meet these guys like, hey, man, this guy's 70 years old, and he's been married since he was 20. Still happy, still have a healthy sex life, still has sex with his wife, every week or so, Then wouldn't you think, that guy's a sex addict? He is a sex addict to such a degree that he's willing to have sex with a 70-year-old lady. That's hitting bottom there, If you're going around getting a whole bunch of different ladies, that's not a sex addict. That's just a beautiful lady addict. I don't know what you call that. But if you're willing to just anything at all, just whatever's beside you after 50 years, you're like, I don't even like you anymore, but or whatever they do. Whatever noise they make. An injured Tiger Woods withdrawing from the Player Championship on Thursday after only 9 holes. 9 holes, or as Tiger calls it, 3 ladies. When asked about Tiger Woods, fellow golfer John Daly said that Tiger's problem was that he wasn't getting sex from his wife. It's never a good sign in life when you're getting advice from this guy right here. Not exactly Dear A.B. As we mentioned, Tiger Woods bowed out of the Players' Championship, citing pain in his left leg. What might have caused that? For the answer, let's go to sports show correspondent, the late Burgess Meredith.
Women weaken legs.
As always, thank you, late Burgess Meredith. Top story tonight, Tiger Woods fell out of the top 10 in the world golf rankings for the first time in 14 years. This is a valuable lesson for all you young golfers. Never stop And finally, Tiger Woods, a whoremonger no more. Which brings us to this week's What the H? What the H is going on with Tiger Woods? As we all saw on Sunday, the guy can't even sink 3-foot putts at Augusta anymore. Why? Because we are still in his head. That's why. When I first heard about the scandal, like everybody else, I was shocked. I was like, hey, wait a minute. Are you telling me that Tiger Woods, the $6 billion man, the greatest athlete in the world, the super handsome, charismatic guy, you're telling me that guy likes to lie down with ladies? I don't buy it. I don't buy it for a minute. Then, when it was proved true, I got all self-righteous. I was like, I don't like hypocrites. He's a public figure, and that's not how he presented himself in public. He always presented himself in public as a golfer. I didn't know he was leading some kind of double life where he golfed by day and then laid down with ladies by night. If I'd known that, I never would have bought the Buick. Now I'm driving around in my Buick with everybody snickering at me. And listen, how naive was I? You know, what did I think Tiger's life was? You know, was he like, hey, I've won 4 straight majors. What should I do now? I know. I'll go back to my hotel room all by myself. Okay, here I am in my hotel room. Let me just close my hotel room window. Too many ladies chanting my name out there. I know, I'll order some room service. Hello. Yes, I'd like to order... hello, Nicole. I'd like to order a chicken breast sandwich. No, if I wanted a job to end all jobs, I would have asked for one. I want a chicken breast sandwich with a pickle. So anyways, Tiger has admitted that he is a sex addict, but what is a sex addict? Now, take my Uncle Bert, for example. A fine fellow. He's been married to my Aunt Ruth for the last 50 years, and they still have a wonderful, healthy sex life. Now, ask yourself this. How addicted to sex do you have to be to have sex thousands of times over half a century with this thing? If you're looking for a sex addict, I'll give you a sex addict. Uncle Bert. Now, also, Tiger is different than you and me. Now, how many chances do we have in our life to commit adultery? Maybe 10. So if we stray once... It's not even 10, we just think it's 10. If we stray once, that's 10%. Now, Tiger may have had sex with 50 or 60 girls, but what about the 3 million he could have but didn't? You gotta factor those gals in. Then, that makes the percentage 0.000000006, which statistically is 0. So, from a strictly mathematical standpoint, Tiger Woods is the most faithful man who has ever lived. All right, so let's get out of his head and let Tiger be Tiger. What the H?
Look who's here.
Who's here?
It's Norm Macdonald and Kevin Farley.
My God, so it is.
Great.
Welcome, fellas. You were all paying it. We had mutual appreciation body language.
Well, yeah.
As soon as the mics went on, you completely turned all your attention on Farley.
Well, I was trying to.
Are you playing it cool?
No, I wanted Farley to get some talking time in because you know, he's a good guy and he's you know, only in America. You know, only in America.
Could we have
Only in
Farley?
America.
What?
Could we have Farley?
Yeah.
Only in America?
Only in America.
right.
Spoken by a Canadian.
Only in America. Chris Farley's brother Kevin.
I thought you were going to call me Chris again.
No.
Oh, which would have been horrible.
Here's it.
No, I wrote a song for Kevin about his brother Chris.
Yeah.
Would you like to hear it?
I would
Yes, I
love
would
nothing more.
very much like to hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a song parody. No, I don't remember it. You remember it. It's based on the 70s that I'm not Lisa, my name is Julie.
I don't know if you've heard that song.
I'm not Lisa, my name is Julie. Lisa left you years ago.
Familiar with that song?
Yeah, I think I am.
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead.
That is such a lie. No, you're not.
Trying to kiss up to the
You don't have
guests.
to be. You don't have to.
Right,
Look it up.
Can I
Oh,
ask
let's
you?
look it up. Oh, look it up and you can play it.
Hey, I've got it. Okay,
Boom, hit
Do
it.
you
let's
really?
listen to
Got
it.
it. Stand by.
All right.
Here we go.
Are you going to sing?
That was it?
Very slow.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the beginning of it.
Yeah.
Well, we usually play them
It probably
start
is.
to finish.
It's
in
about
2 minutes in. I can't fast forward.
No, that's okay. This is good radio.
Yeah, we can talk over this. This will be like a music bed to our conversation.
Yeah.
Sure.
I think it goes right into it, so I can just
Do a little
it does
dialogue.
dub
Just be
it,
like,
right.
hey,
Oh, you'll
Norm,
dub
what's
it
up?
as they
What's
say
up,
it?
Kevin?
yeah.
Oh, that's an interesting concept. He may overlay it. He may overlay the words of the song with his parody.
Sweet.
Okay.
Which has never been done. Here it goes.
You're hearing it here now live.
I'm not Chris.
My
name is Kevin. Chris was funny. I am not.
Wow. That's terrible. Norm,
I wrote
good
that.
job.
What do you mean it's terrible?
In the first person, it's even sadder.
Oh, wow.
Can we ask you a question about sort of stand-up life in general
pretty good,
that we've
didn't
never
it?
had?
Great. We got to do it with the overlay.
I don't think we actually need to
Say
ask
word.
anything.
We don't need to say word.
When you come to a different town doing a stand-up tour, are there certain things that... What are you looking at?
I'm looking
Her
at you.
eyes.
It looks like it looks like you're looking at a contact that's slightly off center. You know the trick where if you don't want to look in a person's eyes, you look at a spot right in the middle
I
of
don't
the
know
forehead.
that trick, no.
No?
What a terrible trick. I wouldn't even look at a person's eyes. That's an interesting part of
You
it.
do that, I think.
When you come to a different town, is there someone from the club always that picks you up at the airport and then ferries you around
Yes.
town?
Well, no, it doesn't ferry me around town. They just drive me to the hotel and drop me off and say, "See you in 4 days, buddy."
Is that what happens, or do they try to sometimes befriend you and show you the local sites?
No, usually it's an old fella, 70 or 75, and he'll drive me from the airport. He'll drop me off. He'll go, "You're on your own for 4 days now, pal." And I'll go, okay. You don't have to say it like that. And he goes, "Hey, you going to stiff me like the last guy?" And I go, "No, what? Who was the last guy?" "Some fella."
I know him.
I go, "All right, I'll pay you money. I'll pay you extra for what he didn't." I always overtip like crazy. You know, I'll go, I don't know what to tip. So, I pull out a 20 and I'm not going to go "Can you give me 15 back?" Because the guy sees I have other 20s. Especially a homeless guy. I just pray to God I don't pull 100 out somehow. I'm like, "Oh, what? Wait. I have 100 and a 1. I wonder what you're getting. And I'm keeping a homeless dude."
I don't think there's ever been a moment in any interview in 15 years in radio that I lost control so immediately.
Quickly.
Yeah.
I don't think we ever had control.
No, it's kind of a groovy feeling. It's it's what I imagine a sensory deprivation take must be like.
Back to you,
talking to Norm
Just let it
Macdonald.
go. Just let it go.
When was the moment that you, as a young Norm, sort of discovered that stand-up comedy was a thing that could be done as a job and maybe was a job that you could do?
I don't know. When I was in,
Sorry.
see, that's a hard question. When I was in grade 4, I got a laugh in math class.
Okay. Oh, that's a tough audience.
Because they said the teacher said there's this theory. It's called the reflexive theory of mathematics. But anyways, he didn't tell us the name of the theory. He wanted us to guess, and he said this theory is if x equals y, then y equals x. And he goes, "What would be a good name for that theory?" And then I said, "The pointless theory." And then I got a huge laugh.
And that was it.
Yeah.
Some people start in the groundlings, Second City. Some people just pipe up with the pointless theory in 4th grade.
In math class.
Oh my God.
How about you, Kevin?
Kevin.
I don't know. I farted once and the class laughed. No, I don't know. I have no idea.
You're from a funny family. You're from a family
Yeah,
where
some people call it.
a lot of people, was there a lot of competition for attention? Was there a lot of love, a lot of fighting, sort of set the tone for what the
Jeez.
Farley house growing up in was
It was
like?
all that.
Yeah.
We had a very sick household. No, I think it was competition. Yeah, we have 4 guys in our house.
Any sisters?
And it was, we have 1 sister, yeah.
Wow.
Barb. And Barb's funny. Barb's probably the funniest one. But she's a nursery school teacher, and she'll send me texts but she'll come up to people and be
So
like...
she made a good career decision. She's funnier than Chris Farley.
Yeah.
She decided to go into that line of work.
High-paying industry.
Yeah. But she'll go up to people and be like, "I'm Chris Farley's sister." And be like, "All right, Bob, that's enough."
That's enough. Settle down.
And he'd be like, "Yeah, okay."
Norm, you're shaking your Starbucks cup as though you wish you had more coffee. Do you want the rest of mine?
Well, I drink a lot of cream in mine, so I don't
I
think
have
it
a
would
lot of
work
cream.
out.
I bet this is sweeter than anything that you...
Oh, I don't drink sugar, though.
You don't, oh, well, you're out of
Thanks,
luck.
though. Thanks,
okay.
Terry. That
All
was
right. I tried.
kind of you.
You're
That was
welcome.
kind of you.
Thank you for not being afraid of germs. Can we talk about SNL a little bit?
Sure, whatever you want to talk about.
Okay, this is something that...
I'll talk about
and I've interviewed you before.
I know you have.
You do?
Yeah.
Did you talk about it this morning?
Did I talk about you interviewing me?
Yeah.
No, what do you mean?
Because I think you had an interview with my old radio partner.
Yeah, no, he wasn't, but yes, close. He was in the other room.
This is so surreal. Okay, where was I even going? Oh, no, this was the question. I wanted it to be a serious interview with you when I talked to you before, but it turned out being kind of weird. And this is the question that I wanted to ask you.
Because it was a very metaphysical conversation.
No, it wasn't. You don't remember it all.
He has no idea.
I was just joking. I remember it completely, yes.
The question I wanted to ask you was, there was a specific episode of, like, you should know, and your brother actually also, Kevin, were of the cast that was SNL to me. Like, there's the people that go through the history of the show. There's a moment in your life when that's the cast that you relate to the most. You're at the perfect age, and you were part of that for me. I remember you were doing Update, and I think that John Lovitz was sitting next to you, and he was doing some sort of...
You two are like 5 inches apart.
Right
that
now,
must be uncomfortable.
No, our knees are touching.
Wow.
And he's got that piercing stare. John Lovitz was sitting next to you.
It is murderous.
It's
a little
not
unsettling.
murderous. No, I think it's I don't know what it is.
Ravening.
I don't know.
Is it ravening?
It's ravening.
I'm not sure that's a word.
It's positively ravening. Okay, no, I'm serious about this.
All right, we're back. Whoa, Kevin. Whoa.
Kevin.
What?
That's not a funny topic.
Oh, sorry.
I guess it is to Derry, huh?
This is nervous laughter, I assure you.
All right. Maybe I went overboard.
John Lovitz is sitting next to you, and he's in some sort of
John
disguise.
Lovitz was not in... I was never in the cast with John Lovitz.
Okay, then it couldn't have been him.
No.
But the point that I remember was that you, at the end of Update, took out your earpiece and tossed it down on the desk and stood up and walked off screen before the camera cut.
Oh, I do that a lot. I took off my mic and just went left. Yeah.
This was a particular moment, though, and then you also didn't appear in the goodbye waves.
I never appear in the goodbyes ever.
I don't know if you're lying to me or not.
No, I'm true.
Is that true?
You know that? Mm-hmm. I would never be in the...
Why?
Because I didn't because people would phone and go, the show sucked and everything. I felt like an idiot. Like, you go, hey, and like you're in one sketch for 5 seconds or something. And also, my job was done after Update. I'd just go and get some soup somewhere. But I always feel like an idiot, like standing there. Thank you. Like nobody cares at all in the audience. They're just waiting to go home.
That's one of my favorite parts of the show. I'm always curious who's talking.
What do you mean?
Oh, it is fun. No, you're right.
To whom.
I watch that and I see people talking. Yeah,
like who are the friends? Who don't like? Oh, they're mad at that one.
Yeah, like they'll talk to the guy in the band and stuff.
Yeah.
But,
see, I always imagined that was completely fake, and it was like doing the theater thing where you pretend to be talking and you're saying peas and carrots, and smiling.
Here's a funny Saturday Night Live was right after 9/11.
Oh God, I'm nervous.
This is are you honestly?
Yes.
This is right after 9. I was gone.
Sweat.
I was gone from Saturday Night Live, but it was right after 9/11, and so they had it was the first show back from Saturday Night Live after 9/11, and so anyways,
Drew Barrymore again.
Was Drew Barrymore? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good memory.
Yeah,
so they had
the mayor came out, I guess.
Yeah, the mayor came out, but they had on stage the firemen, on the start of the show, and they were all just haunted looking, and they had Paul Simon sing The Boxer while they panned across these people that had been to hell and back, these firefighters. So then at the end of it was also the first show of the season, so they had new cast members. So then at the end of the show, all the new cast members are up with everybody, with the old ones, and they're all hugging. And meanwhile, behind them are still like the guys, the firefighters,
sure,
all with their eyes like they'd seen everything, And then in the forefront, it's like, you were so good at your first show when you played the girl. And these guys behind them are like, I can't even begin to imagine what I imagined seeing yesterday.
Wow.
You played the cashier funny, Jody.
You'll get more than 2 lines next week. People are congratulating Paul Simon on the song.
Well done.
Guys, like yesterday, I dragged out a leg. It was only a leg.
That's your favorite memory.
I wasn't there. It was my favorite memory watching the show.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh, God.
We gotta take a break.
All
I'm
right.
not even kidding.
Norm Macdonald, Kevin Farley, Helium Comedy Club
We'll be right
tonight.
back. No. We're not done.
We're not done.
There's the
Tomorrow.
boys are staying.
Saturday.
Oh my
Tickets at
God.
heliumcomedy.com. We're coming right back.
105.1 The Buzz. The Afternoon Buzz. With Daria, Mitch, and Ted.
In the studio with Norm Macdonald and Kevin Farley. They're at Helium Comedy Club tonight, tomorrow night, and Saturday night. Tickets at 888-64-FUNNY or heliumcomedy.com.
How long have you two known each other?
Oh, geez, Normie.
We've known each other since I did a movie called Dirty Work that Kevin Farley was in.
As a movie, I was in that.
I don't remember what you played.
Well, that was a while ago.
That's a funny movie. It's like it became quite a cult hit.
Yeah, there's less money in being a cult figure than you might think. Being a cult figure doesn't pay, unless you're an actual cult leader. That pays a lot.
That pays a ton.
That pays a lot, and you get a lot of ladies.
Movie.
You get, as a matter of fact, you get all the ladies.
Yeah.
If you're a cult leader, people speak against them, and I know they have their negatives, like everybody. But they get all the ladies, every lady in the cult. But the problem is they grow so hungry with power that they end up having sex with the dudes too. Like first, like I'm just have sex with ladies. Hey, you have to watch your wife have sex with me. The guy's like, and then later it's like I gotta get more power. Have sex with the guy.
How do you know this?
What?
How do you know this?
He's accusing me of being a cult leader. Like you can't keep that kind of thing quiet. Now listen.
Okay.
If there was let's say a cult leader had a cult, and then maybe he had an accident and he accidentally passed on, God forbid, and they had they had they had an opening.
For a new cult
I
leader.
guess I'd apply.
Submit your resume at least.
Yeah, I'd go, listen, I can tell you guys what to do and make all your decisions for you. You give me all your money. I will be glad to set up some bunks in a barn and tell you what to do. I don't know what they do. I'd study it up. I'd study up on it.
Sure. Give it your all.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to ask another serious actual question, but I'm perfectly prepared to have it go absolutely anywhere.
Okay.
Did you find, Norm, that there was a real difference between the people on SNL that came from sketch backgrounds and that came from stand-up backgrounds like yours?
Yes, I did. The sketch background, right before I came, I mean, not right before I came, but the cast before the one that I was involved in had John Lovitz and Phil Hartman and Julia Sweeney and what's the girl?
Mike Myers.
Mike Myers. Anyways, they were all Second City guys. And they were all like actors. They'd do ensemble acting. And then my guys were Spade, Farley,
Adam
Sandler, me. And although Farley was a
Second
City guy, he wasn't like a regular type. He was you only looked at him kind of guy, which was like stand-up. Stand-ups, it's like, we don't want the other guy to look good.
Wasn't that a huge challenge for an ensemble show like SNL?
It was a challenge, but what happened was they were big. We'd play a lot of scenes to camera. Like Sandler would do a show directly to camera, or Kevin would. Kevin. Chris would come an update and go right to camera and do his thing. You know what I mean? And it was much stronger because these guys were such strong personalities, rather than just like, sort of actors that aren't huge personalities. Like Farley and Sandler were the biggest personalities.
But one thing that came across...
Now there's no giant male masculine personality.
No alpha gorilla.
It just exudes, whatever.
There is in this room.
Amen.
But one thing that came across.
Well, it wouldn't exist in this room if Seth Meyers was here, right?
One thing that came across though with that cast was that there was a sense that everyone was having a really good time together. Everyone was friends.
Well, Farley always
beyond
wanted to
the
make
stage.
everybody laugh.
Right.
Was he a facilitator of that? kind of
That
vibe
was
then?
his goal. As a matter of fact, I think his goal mainly was to make Adam Sandler laugh on Saturday Night
I think,
Live.
yeah.
And so
You could see it a lot of times.
he'd
and-
go right in your face, real close. And
well, there was a Pepper Boy sketch.
oh yeah, that's great. That's a great. This guy Jim Downey wrote this sketch. Anyways, they wrote this sketch called Pepper Boy, and it was Sandler and Dana.
Chris?
No, Sandler and Dana.
Oh, yeah,
were
yeah,
the Pepper Boys. And they go, more pepper. Would you like more pepper? You know. And so then Chris, you know, if you're not the star of the sketch, you just maybe do a little tiny part. You know.
Yeah. His line was literally.
So Chris had one line. You know, he goes, "I believe I would."
Why
goes,
yes?
Oh no! Why yes? Why yes, Pepper Boy? That was his line. Why yes, Pepper Boy? So that was his only line the whole sketch. So the Pepper Boy guys went around to all the things, and I think the idea was they would seduce women while they did it. So they went to him, and so anyways, he got from wardrobe Chris a big giant red beard. Like this huge red beard, right? And then they come up and they go, "Would you like some pepper?" Some pepper, and he goes, "Why, yes, I believe I would, Pepper Boy." And like, so the whole place comes down. Like everyone laughs at that more than anything else. But and then the writers are like, "What?"
He literally went.
Norm Macdonald and Kevin Farley tonight are appearing at Helium Comedy Club, and I can honestly say I have no idea what the show will be like, but I think it's going to be amazing.
I think I know one thing. You'll be there.
Oh my God!
All 3 nights.
If you want, I don't know that I have a choice. I feel,
You're going.
I feel
The cult leader has.
cult-like. Yeah, I will be there.
Cult leader
is spoken.
Wearing like a high-necked, low Little House on the Prairie dress.
Yes.
Okay, so would you like to go?
Opposite.
Let's give away some tickets.
Yeah, I'm trying to describe a cult-like, a dress a cult-like member would wear.
Oh, I see. Like a Quaker. You made it sound like a Quaker.
888-733-5105. Would you like to go? We've got some tickets to give away. Give us a call right now, 888-733-5105. If you want to buy tickets, I think there are still some available. You can check online at heliumcomedy.com.
If you want to buy tickets, don't phone.
I just want to go home.
Well done, everybody.
Yeah, you guys are awesome.
Little kid walking down the hall of his house.
Yeah.
He's screaming in his parents' bedroom. Opens the door. There's his father dressed only in chaps. His mother's dressed in a cheerleading outfit, no underwear. They're really having fun. What's going on? He said, "Oh, don't worry, sweetheart. We're just having fun. Go back to bed. I'll be down there and tuck you in a minute." 20 minutes later, father walks down the hall. He hears screaming in the kid's bedroom. Opens the door. There's his kid having sex with his grandmother. He said, "Billy, what are you doing?" He said, "It's not so funny when it's your mother, is it?"
The stylings of Super Dave Osborne in studio. Norm Macdonald and his brother Neil Macdonald on tour together sometime very soon. Norm's in town at Zany's. Zany's all weekend. Zany's.com.
Are you in Zany's in Chicago?
Yeah, you know that place?
Of course, that's a great place.
How do you know it?
I don't.
I knew he was going to
But
say
you know something? Any place that's called Zany's is great.
Yeah, that's
I thought comedians were supposed to do witty repartee and not tell jokes.
Ooh. That's Neil Macdonald talking to Super Dave right now. Once again, the
You know
question.
what? I
Neil
gotta say
Macdonald is a
something.
blank.
May I say something?
That's the old match game stuff. Norm used to sit in front of the television and watch match games. We only had.
I've been in this business a while, and I've never heard anybody say what he just said. I've never heard anybody say witty. Even in class, when I was a class clown,
what about the witty badinage?
the teacher never stopped me like that. I've heard witty repartee before, but that's silent.
No, but aren't you supposed to be experts in off-the-cuff badinage?
Wait a minute. Neil said a word. Wait.
Bring this thing right off the air. If you
Neil.
got anybody listening, I'll just stop it.
Neil, I heard you say something that I hadn't heard ever. Would you say that last line again that Super Dave was talking about?
Aren't comedians supposed to be experts in off-the-cuff badinage? You know, the witty back and forth. What happened to that?
Badinage is like
Listen,
a badminton
wife.
term.
I said you weren't listening at the first part of the show when I did my repartee, badinage. Whatever the hell you're talking about.
Badinage. But Norm, it was so funny. Norm, as a real friend, you tried to explain to me in the studio, he was going like, it's like a badminton game, you know? It's like,
it is a badminton term originally, yeah.
Then why did you say badminton?
Yeah, Neil Macdonald, Norm's brother, why didn't you say badminton? Make it easy for us.
No, badinage is a badminton term.
A tournament. Yeah. Badinage.
No, I'm actually funnier than Norman. He's just got the professional kit.
Do you think that's why you haven't called each other back? Is that why there's some hatred
I was
there?
reluctant to come on this show because I'm going to get a lot of calls now, you know.
Norm is hysterical. I'm going to go to Zany's. How do I get there?
All right, here's how you get to Zany's. You go to Zany's, there's Super Dave. You go to Zany's tonight through Saturday. Norm will be there. Zany's in St. Charles. Then tomorrow and Saturday, Zany's in Vernon Hills. Zany's.com, Super Dave.
And Norm's brother Neil will be at a badminton event.
Neil, say goodbye to Norm.
Goodbye, Norm.
Say goodbye to Super Dave. Hey,
Talk
by the
to you
way,
again in a few years.
wait a second now. See, tell him you'll call him back.
Sure, man. I'll call.
No, you won't.
Of course.
Will you?
Yes.
All right. Well, can I give Super Dave Neil's number?
Yeah.
Oh, just don't do that. What am I going to call Neil for? You know, what am I going to do? I'm in a good mood. I don't want to blow the whole thing.
No, he can call me up and we can trade bars, you know.
We're at an all-time low in world opinion, and I'm going to call Neil to pep me up.
He just said.
Hey, Neil, how you doing? What's your badminton term today? What's your term of the day that I can take with me all day and pep me up?
No. Call me anytime.
I am going to give Super Dave.
Neil.
I'm giving you the number. He said
Neil ought to be on Match Game.
He's a Match Game. Neil ought to be on Match Game. Hey, he said, by the way.
I'll take Neil to win.
He said.
He's a
What
super
did the
blank.
cat say when it came out of the pet shop going meow?
What did what?
No, he's going to tell a joke now. Go ahead. It's going to be good.
Norm, you know what? I don't know how you wound up funny. That's all I can tell you. I have no concept. You must have run away from home when you were 3. Do you have any other funny brothers and sisters? Get them all on the phone. We could destroy Brandmeier forever.
Oh, wait a minute. I want to hear the joke, man.
Go ahead,
So do
Neil.
I.
Come on, Super. Tell me the joke.
You have a joke, Neil?
Yeah, I want to hear it.
No, he said, do you have a joke, Neil?
No, I'm not telling Neil another joke.
No,
You would have to pay me.
All right, Neil.
Yeah, I do. I got one.
Tuesday. Come and pay him.
I got one.
Oh, wait.
The priest is checking into a hotel, and he says to the woman behind the counter, I assume the porn channel in my room is disabled. And she says, no, it's regular porn, you sick bastard.
The comedy stylings of Neil Macdonald, Norm's older brother, Super Dave Osborne, blown off the map today by that. Wow. Hey, Super, let me hear you.
I have a joke.
Yeah. Oh, Norm's got a joke. Wait a minute. Here we go. Go.
A dog walks into a telegraph office where they send telegrams. Telegram office, right? And so the guy says, "Okay, what do you want your telegram to read?" So the dog goes, "Woof woof woof, woof woof woof, woof woof woof." And then the guy goes, "Oh, I notice you have 9 words. Do you want to put an extra woof like it's for free?" And then the dog goes, "No, that wouldn't make any sense."
You know, I love Norm Macdonald. I gotta tell you, I love him. Because he'll do that at the dinner table too. Hey, here's one. A guy's having trouble with his wife, so he calls his best. Hey, Neil, are you off the phone?
Neil, will you get off the phone so Super can tell his
Yeah,
joke?
I just finished writing down that great porn joke, Neil. I won't have to put my finger in my mouth if I get sick to my stomach anymore.
I told you I'm not a
here it is
professional.
now. A guy's having trouble with his wife, so he calls his best friend. He said, "You got to meet me at a bar. I got to talk to you." So they go to a bar. He starts drinking. He drinks so much he throws up on his shirt. He says, "Now what am I going to do? I'm going to go home. She's going to scream and she's probably going to hit me." His friend says, "Don't worry about a thing. Tell her you had one drink. The guy next to you overdrank, got sick, and threw up in your shirt. And to prove it, he put $10 in your pocket to get it clean. I'm putting $10 right in there." He said, "You're brilliant." He goes home. He says, "I'm home." She comes downstairs and starts screaming at him. He said, "Listen to me. I had one drink, but a guy at the bar got sick, threw up in my shirt, and to prove it, he put $10 in my pocket to get it clean." She reaches in. She says, "There's $20 here." He says, "I know. He also crapped in my pants."
Super Dave Osborne. And Norm Macdonald in the studio and his fabulously funny brother Neil Macdonald in Washington, D.C., award-winning journalist. Neil.
Okay, hey, Norm, happy birthday. You're the greatest. Good luck at Zanies, and I hope that we get together.
Oh, you're going to hang up again?
No, yeah, wait a minute. Wait a second. You know what I would love to do? I would love to do some more badinage.
He's a great Canadian. Norm's a great Canadian. He'll probably be mad at me for saying that.
Let's do some badinage.
He's a great Canadian.
What is badinage?
Are comedians supposed to be experts in off-the-cuff badinage?
What did you say, Super?
Who cares if he's a great Canadian?
Oh, Super Dave worked in Canada?
I worked for 12 years in Canada. I'm a great Canadian.
Neil, that's a point you could answer. What is the big deal if he is a good Canadian?
What was he doing in Canada, running around in that weird flight suit?
Super Dave was working in Canada.
I did Bizarre, which was the first series in the history of cable, and then I did Super Dave. Yeah, I was running around in that weird flight suit, A-Wipe. That's what I was doing.
Is that an Arab name, A-Wipe?
While you were sitting at home going, what? What is that? Why aren't I watching the Canadian news?
That sounded like Rickles.
I know, I did for a minute.
While you were at home going,
I'm sorry, I got to
While you were at home,
let me apologize. I said I'm sorry.
While you were at home, sitting with a rake, going, bah.
I said I'm sorry.
I know, but Norm said that was very Ricklish.
I said I'm sorry.
He said,
what do you want me to do?
Neil,
I got caught up.
Oh.
Let me explain something to you. Neil can bring things out of you don't normally do.
That's right.
Okay?
Yeah. You know what, guys?
If I was captured, I'd rather have bamboo under my fingernails than have Neil come in and talk to me.
No, if I was captured, I'd want to be in a room with Super Dave. I would.
I just love this.
Told me that we should go our separate ways, but now my life without.
I just think it's interesting that Neil worked in Washington.
Yes.
Which was in the United States, while Super Dave worked in Canada.
Isn't that interesting, Super?
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, that's quite an observation there, Norm.
You were both countries away from each other while you. This is probably the way you're going to stay now, isn't it?
What night are you going to be at Zanies?
What night are you going to be at Zanies?
Tonight and tomorrow and Saturday.
I think he's
still.
still.
And are you on the road now? When do you come home?
I come home in 12 or 14 days, I think.
Where do you go after Zane?
I'm going to be on Canadian television tonight. Almost like you don't care.
No, we care. We love Canada. We love it. What time are you going to be on, Neil Macdonald, Norm's brother?
9 p.m. Eastern.
9 p.m. Eastern.
On
Canadian.
the National.
They're on the Canadian National Television.
Yeah.
Super. You got a satellite dish?
Yeah, I got a satellite dish.
Well, you might want to watch that.
Yeah, I might.
Yeah, you might want to.
I really might. There's a lot of things I might want to do.
You know what I would love?
I'm going to be doing a piece on the economy there, Super.
Oh, well, that ought to be quick. What are you going to say? It's not so bad.
No, I'm going to say the.
This is worse than 1929. In case you're interested.
No, I'm going to say that after spending 5 years in this country, being told that I'm from a socialist nation, I'm going to be talking about how the United States government is nationalizing banks and taking over companies and putting trillions of dollars of public money into bailouts. Nothing socialist about that, right?
No, that's interesting. Now, here's the thing. When I did my shows in Canada, the Canadian dollar was 63 cents. And now it's more than the American dollar.
You mean when you were just running around with that crazy suit on?
Oh, you know what, Johnny B?
What?
That did it.
What? No, wait a minute.
That did it. That was your farewell thing to me, and that's it. I'm going now, and I'm going to take my clothes off and play badminton.
Neil's badmintage. Neil, say goodbye to Super Dave. Say goodbye to Super Dave.
All right, Super.
Goodbye, Neil. Are you leaving?
Nice talking to you, buddy.
Are you going?
Yeah, I'm going.
He wants to.
But we got to keep in touch, you and I. I think we're friends now.
He wants to hear you hang up.
What?
He wants to hear you, Neil. He wants to hear you hang up. So
I'm
go ahead.
not hanging up.
No, Neil is.
Little kid walking down the hall of his house.
Yeah.
He's screaming in his parents' bedroom. Opens the door. There's his father dressed only in chaps. His mother's dressed in a cheerleading outfit, no underwear. They're really having fun. What's going on? He said, "Oh, don't worry, sweetheart. We're just having fun. Go back to bed. I'll be down there and tuck you in a minute." 20 minutes later, father walks down the hall. He hears screaming in the kid's bedroom. Opens the door. There's his kid having sex with his grandmother. He says, Billy, what are you doing? He said, it's not so funny when it's your mother, is it?
The stylings of Super Dave Osborne in studio. Norm Macdonald, his brother Neil Macdonald on tour together sometime very soon. Norm's in town at Zany's. Zany's all weekend. Zany's.com.
Are you in Zany's in Chicago?
Yeah, you know that place?
Of course, that's a great place.
How do you know it?
I don't.
I knew he was going to
But you know something? Any place that's called Zany's is great.
Yeah, that's
I thought comedians were supposed to do witty repartee and not tell jokes.
Ooh. That's Neil Macdonald talking to Super Dave right now. Once again, the
You know
question.
what? I
Neil
gotta say
Macdonald is a
something. May
blank.
I say something?
That's the old match game stuff. Norm used to sit in front of the television and watch match games. He only had.
I've been in this business a while, and I've never heard anybody say what he just said. I've never heard anybody say witty. Even in class, when I was a class clown,
what about the witty
the teacher never stopped me like that. I've heard witty repartee before, but that's silent.
No, but aren't you supposed to be experts in off-the-cuff badinage?
Wait a minute. Neil said a word. Wait.
Bring this thing right off the air. If you got anybody listening, I'll just stop it.
Neil, I heard you say something that I hadn't heard ever. Would you say that last line again that Super Dave was talking about?
Aren't comedians supposed to be experts in off-the-cuff badinage? You know, the witty back and forth. What happened to that?
Badinage is like
Listen,
a badminton
wife,
term.
I said you weren't listening at the first part of the show when I did my repartee, badinage. Whatever the hell you're talking about.
Badinage. But Norm, it was so funny. Norm, as like a real friend, you tried to explain to me in the studio, he was going like, it's like a badminton game. You know, it's like,
it is a badminton term originally. Yeah.
Then why did you say badminton?
Yeah, Neil Macdonald, Norm's brother. Why didn't you say badminton? Make it easy for us.
No, badinage is a badminton term.
A tournament. Yeah. Badinage.
No, I'm actually funnier than Norman. He's just got the professional kit.
Do you think that's why you haven't called each other back? Is that why there's some hatred
I was
there?
reluctant to come on this show because I'm going to get a lot of calls now, you know.
Norm is hysterical. I'm going to go to Zany's. How do I get there?
All right, here's how you get to Zany's. You go to Zany's, there's Super Dave. You go to Zany's tonight through Saturday. Norm will be there. Zany's in St. Charles. Then tomorrow and Saturday, Zany's in Vernon Hills. Zany's.com, Super Dave.
And Norm's brother Neil will be at a badminton event.
Neil, say goodbye to Norm.
Goodbye, Norm.
Say goodbye to Super Dave. Hey,
Talk
by the
to you
way,
again in a few years.
wait a second now. See, tell him you'll call him back.
Sure, man. I'll call.
No, you won't.
Of course.
Will you?
Yeah.
All right, can I give Super Dave Neil's number?
Yeah.
Oh, just don't do that.
What am I going to call Neil for? You know, what am I going to do? I'm in a good mood. I don't want to blow the whole thing.
No, he can call me up and we can trade bars, you know.
We're at an all-time low in world opinion, and I'm going to call Neil to pep me up.
He just said.
Hey, Neil, how you doing? What's your badminton term today? What's your term of the day that I can take with me all day and pep me up?
No. Call me anytime.
I am going to give Super Dave.
Neil.
I'm giving you the number. He said
Neil ought to be on Match Game.
It's a Match Game. Neil ought to be on Match Game. Hey, he said, by the way.
I'll take Neil to win.
He said,
what did the cat say when it came out of the pet shop going meow?
What did what?
No, he's going to tell a joke now. Go ahead. It's going to be good.
Norm, you know what? I don't know how you wound up funny. That's all I can tell you. I have no concept. You must have run away from home when you were 3. Do you have any other funny brothers and sisters? Just get them all on the phone. We could destroy Brandmeier forever.
Oh, wait a minute. I want to hear the joke, man.
Go ahead, Neil.
Come on, Super. Tell me the joke.
You have a joke, Neil?
Yeah, I want to hear it.
No, he said, do you have a joke, Neil?
No, I'm not telling Neil another joke.
No,
you don't have to pay me.
All right, Neil.
Yeah, I do. I got one.
Tuesday. Come and pay him.
I got one.
Oh, wait.
A priest is checking into a hotel, and he says to the woman behind the counter, I assume the porn channel in my room is disabled. And she says, no, it's regular porn, you sick bastard.
The comedy stylings of Neil Macdonald, Norm's older brother, Super Dave Osborne, blown off the map today by that. Wow. Hey, Super, let me hear you.
I have a joke.
Yeah. Oh, Norm's got a joke. Wait a minute. Here we go. Go.
A dog walks into a telegraph office where they send telegrams. Telegram office, right? And so the guy says, okay, what do you want your telegram to read? So the dog goes, woof, 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 woof. And then the guy goes, oh, I notice you have 9 words. Do you want to put an extra woof like it's for free? And then the dog goes, no, that wouldn't make any sense.
You know, I love Norm Macdonald. I gotta tell you, I love him. Because he'll do that at the dinner table too. Hey, here's one. A guy's having trouble with his wife, so he calls his best. Hey, Neil, are you off the phone?
Neil, will you get off the phone so Super can tell his joke?
I just finished writing down that great porn joke, Neil. I won't have to put my finger in my mouth if I get sick to my stomach anymore.
I told you I'm not a professional.
A guy calls. A guy's having trouble with his wife, so he calls his best friend. He said, "You got to meet me at a bar. I got to talk to you." So they go to a bar. He starts drinking. He drinks so much he throws up in his shirt. He says, "Now what am I going to do? I'm going to go home. She's going to scream and she's probably going to hit me." His friend says, "Don't worry about a thing. Tell her you had one drink. The guy next to you overdrank, got sick, and threw up in your shirt. And to prove it, he put $10 in your pocket to get it clean. I'm putting $10 right in there." He said, "You're brilliant." He goes home. He says, "I'm home." She comes downstairs and starts screaming at him. He said, "Listen to me. I had one drink, but a guy at the bar got sick, threw up in my shirt, and to prove it, he put $10 in my pocket to get it clean." She reaches in. She says, "There's $20 here." He says, "I know. He also crapped in my pants."
Super Dave Osborne. Super Dave Osborne. And Norm Macdonald in the studio and his fabulously funny brother Neil Macdonald in Washington, D.C., award-winning journalist. Neil.
Okay, hey, Norm, happy birthday. You're the greatest. Good luck at Zanies, and I hope that we get together.
Oh, you're going to hang up again.
No, yeah, wait a minute. Wait a second. You know what I would love to do? I would love to do some more badinage.
He's a great Canadian. Norm's a great Canadian. He'll probably be mad at me for saying that.
Let's do some badinage.
He's a great Canadian.
What is badinage?
Aren't comedians supposed to be experts in off-the-cuff badinage?
What did you say, Super?
Who cares if he's a great Canadian?
Oh, Super Dave worked in Canada.
I worked for 12 years in Canada. I'm a great Canadian.
Neil, that's a point you could answer. What is the big deal if he is a good Canadian?
What was he doing in Canada, running around in that weird flight suit?
Super Dave was working in Canada.
I did Bizarre, which was the first series in the history of cable, and then I did Super Dave. Yeah, I was running around in that weird flight suit, A-Wipe. That's what I was doing.
Is that an Arab name, A-Wipe?
While you were sitting at home going, what? What is that? Why aren't I watching the Canadian news?
That sounded like Rickles.
I know, I did for a minute.
While you were at home going,
I'm sorry, I got to
While you were at home,
let me apologize. I said I'm sorry.
While you were at home, sitting with a rake, going, bah!
I said I'm sorry.
I know,
okay?
but Norm said that was very Ricklish.
I said I'm sorry.
He said,
what do you want me to do?
Neil,
I got caught up.
Oh.
Let me explain something to you. Neil can bring things out of you don't normally do.
That's right.
Okay?
Yeah. You know what, guys?
If I was captured, I'd rather have bamboo under my fingernails than have Neil come in and talk to me.
No, if I was captured, I'd want to be in a room with Super Dave. I would.
I just love this.
I just think it's interesting that Neil worked in Washington.
Yes.
Which was in the United States, while Super Dave worked in Canada.
Isn't that interesting, Super?
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, that's quite an observation there, Norm.
You were both countries away from each other while you. This is probably the way you're going to stay now, isn't it?
What night are you going to be at Zanies?
What night are you going to be at Zanies?
Tonight and tomorrow and Saturday.
I think he's.
And are you on the road now? When do you come home?
I come home in 12 or 14 days, I think.
Where do you go after Zane?
I go.
I'm going to be on Canadian television tonight. Almost like you don't care.
No, we care. We love Canada. We love it. What time are you going to be on, Neil Macdonald, Norm's brother?
9 p.m. Eastern.
9 p.m. Eastern.
On the National.
They're on the Canadian national television.
Yeah.
Super. You got satellite dish?
Yeah, I got a satellite dish.
Well, you might want to watch that.
Yeah, I might.
Yeah, you might want to.
I really might. There's a lot of things I might want to do.
You know what I would love?
I'm going to be doing a piece on the economy there, Super. Oh, well, that ought to be quick. What are you going to say? It's not so bad. No, I'm going to say this is worse than 1929. In case you're interested. No, I'm going to say that after spending 5 years in this country, being told that I'm from a socialist nation, I'm going to be talking about how the United States government is nationalizing banks and taking over companies and putting trillions of dollars of public money into bailouts. Nothing socialist about that, right?
No, that's interesting. Now, here's the thing. When I did my shows in Canada, the Canadian dollar was 63 cents, and now it's more than the American dollar.
You mean when you were just running around with that crazy suit on?
Oh, you know what, Johnny B?
What?
That did it.
What? No, wait a minute.
That did it.
No.
That was your farewell thing to me, and that's it. I'm going now, and I'm going to take my clothes off and play badminton.
Neil's badmintage. Neil, say goodbye to Super Dave. Say goodbye to Super Dave.
All right, Super.
Goodbye, Neil. Are you leaving?
Nice talking to you, buddy.
Are you going?
Yeah, I'm going.
He wants to.
But we got to keep in touch, you and I. I think we're friends now.
He wants to hear you hang up.
What?
He wants to hear you, Neil. He wants to hear you hang up. So go
I'm
ahead.
not hanging up.
No, Neil is.
My niece, after she saw my tattoo, she told me she had a tattoo, I swear to you, that said no regrets, and she had it lasered off. I go, Katie, do you realize how funny that is? She goes, well, I made a mistake. At least she realized it. What's going on? Did you stop doing the show just suddenly?
So, we're just going to have a time. Everything was going well until these jokes showed up. Yeah?
Oh, my God. How long is this?
This show?
Yeah.
So how long
I have all
has it
day.
run so far?
I have all day.
So far?
But I just kind of want to know how long it is.
It's over.
I mean, you got a computer. Look, I'll be honest. I just Wikipedia'd it. You can just.
Okay, I'll fucking research it. What's it called?
I think I broke your computer, Daniel.
What is it? What is it?
Just dump it off the top of it, though. Dump it out.
Yeah, he's your boss. Oh, that. You're a little shaky.
So,
you like half and half?
You like it all the way, don't you?
So you were there.
You filled your cup up with half and half.
Chicken, steak has never tasted so good. Oh, this is about your aunt.
My aunt?
Is she fucking dead?
Yes.
You don't have a living aunt?
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
I have to read it.
Yeah. Well, it's your aunt.
Okay, you're right. I do have one. I have a couple aunts. My aunt turned her house into a bed and breakfast. I guess she woke up and said, not enough strangers are fucking here.
It is kind of weird when you think about it, right? Yeah. You make your house a bed and breakfast, and then damn dirty hippies are fucking upstairs, and you...
We could do this.
Would you do that? Wait.
Hold on.
Would you do this on the Mary Tyler Moore Show?
It's the Romnan Show. It's the Romnan Show.
Oh, cool. Oh, you broke it. Excellent.
Right?
Yes.
I think it was a window washer.
It's a window washer, Mike. Fucking scare the shit out of him.
You thought it was some.
Hey, go to the window.
I'm not gonna do that.
Come on,
no way.
man.
No way. No
you scare a
fucking
window
way. I ain't doing that.
Nah, your days of scaring window washers are over.
Big time.
Yeah.
Big time.
You're saying that dolphins have a distinct language all their own?
Yes.
Huh.
What's this illusion? What's this illusion that they use the N-word? Ooh, that they use the N-word constantly.
No, what word do they use?
Nigga word, N-word.
Oh, yeah. What'd you call it?
Dolphin?
The what word?
Nigga. Nigga, ninja.
Word, yeah.
Say, I want to hear you say that word.
I don't want to say it because then it'll be on tape forever. I say it in my private life many times.
Say it, hunky. Say it, hunky. Say nigga, hunky. Say fucking say it, hunky.
Listen, am I wrong or am I imagining that?
Nah, say nigga, hunky. Say it, hunky. Come on, cracker.
All right, I have to ask you a question.
Say it, say it.
Now I'm going to douse myself in gasoline.
Oh, Christ.
Is it coming out?
No. Oh, all right. Okay.
Okay. Now, do you have a lighter, Adamiga?
Yeah, I got a lighter.
Okay. Do you have a line, Gilbert?
No.
I think this is what.
Gilbert, Jesus, everyone free.
Holy gasoline! Will this be Norm's last laugh?